Welcome to the deep dive episode 1. We're going over the tight Y off scheme. I'm running it out of Arizona's playbook. It can be found in 13 other playbooks. If you haven't seen our previous video, I cover the 5 basic plays that you want to come out to run effective offense. And what this deep dive is going to do is it's going to go more in depth over each of these plays and showing how we can implement effectively run plays and complement each other. So that way everything stays efficient. And I'm going to show you some alternate setups to plays. Instead of the stock setup, the stock setups work great, but this is to get you guys some extra creativity, some extra route combinations to really make this offense even that more difficult to guard. I'm going to go over the basic plays here just for a quick recap. Flood drive, random play. All right, stock. All right, so our first play here is flood, underneath, in route. Take what the defense gives you. I cannot iterate that enough. We have a running back in the flats out of flood drive. What I like to do is I like to always stem a Y up one notch. If you don't know how to do that, you're gonna press Y on Xbox, Y for the receiver, and then you're gonna hold LB for custom stem, and you can move it up as far as you want. I like moving it up one notch so it'll attack right behind the middle linebackers in front of the safeties. And I like to put my tight end on a corner route, and I like to stem him up one notch. The one other thing I like to do here is I like to streak my outside receiver. Reason being, it's going to pull out the outside corners deep or the safety with deep responsibility. So I'm going to have a flood look on the right, running back underneath, tight end, or we're going to have the levels concept with X and Y. And so what I'm going to do is I'm not going to throw the ball here. I'm going to show you, let the play develop, and show you what the reads are. All right, so let's go into replay here and take a look at what's open, right? Looks like they gave us a cover 2 type of defense. And so if you look, right, immediately off the snap, this guy right here, guarding the running back, turns his hips away. So he's actually open for a quick throw. We also have number 7 here. He's open. 5 yards throw right off. We have our deep in route. He's in this nice little soft spot. The safety can't play that because he's got to respect deep routes as well. And then you have this tight end who's getting wide open in this soft spot. So, all right, streak our outside receiver. Tight end on a corner route, stem him up once. Wide receiver, stem him up once. Running backs open for a nice quick gain. Terrible throw animation, we still get 5 yards. So anytime you see cover 3 or one high safety, it's usually cover 3, cover 1. I'm expecting this flood concept on the right to completely obliterate this here. And there it is. Tight end wide open. Again, read what the defense is giving you. Okay, they're rotating down again. Late throw. Running backs open. Was able to turn it upfield, get some good yards. Again, whatever the defense didn't give you, we're going to take. Underneath, we got X here wide open. What we're going to look at here now is we're going to put Y. Y is going to be our focus here. We're going to see if we can get it to him here without turning it over. Pre-reading this. But what you want to do is a lot of these users are going to vacate that middle to go take away the underneath route or the tight end route. And so I had to wait a little bit longer for that to develop and get open. But if you see, they're in a match coverage here. But he's getting wide open deep. Easy thing to take advantage of here in this formation. That's enough out of flood. Let's go to our next play. We're actually going to hit, ironically, red zone scissors. So this is set at 1. I like to flat this guy, create the spacing here. Tight end. We're going to take our easy yards. All right. So red zone says this is stock setup, stock play setup one. Setup two is going to be this, and you see wide open. All we're doing is we're flatting the outside receiver on the left to take away any support in the middle, so that deep in route can be open once the user commits to the routes on the right. Run this one more time. We're getting a prevent 3 deep, so man, this is going to cook it. Get down, that's 20 yards. Red zone says doesn't need a lot of steps. It's such a great stock play. We're just going to streak our outside receiver here. That's the read. Great throw by Arch. Now, I'm going to force the issue here just to kind of show the read, right? Is let's just say for whatever reason all our options are taken away underneath. Is we're going to have B wide open. I wasn't able to get the ball to him, but you can see how that play, he's there in certain formation. So setup number 2 out of red zone scissors. This is kind of like the bomb play to make Golden our open receiver. Is I'm going to streak my tight end. I'm going to stem Golden down one, and then I'm going to block my running back. Again, longer developing play, but if you can get the time, I had to throw it early there because I was getting pressured, which is actually nice, right? So again, you kind of see how this complements the other routes on the field. X is kind of covered here underneath, so he's not open, but Y is open, coming across the middle right here. And then this tight end's in a streak, take number 2 out of the play. So now Golden can come across, and honestly, he bumps into him. If we get a pass lead, Golden's going to take that to the house. Here we're going to look at, we got the time, we got the time. He got stuck on him. And there's the bomb play that we're looking for Golden. All right, if you really want to get Golden open, here's something I'll try to do is put out a route combination, something like this. We still have our quick in route over the middle of the bond. I'm going to put Golden now on a post. The tight end's in a streak, taking any kind of middle safety deep. And we're hoping that more juniors are going to pull out the outside safety or corner here. And if you look, there's a bomb area, terrible throwing animation. If we could have got the lead, Golden would have had a touchdown. Let's see here if we can get him one more time to show you how you want this to look. And they covered him deep there, so. But that's going to be set up too. Bond on his post, tight end on a streak, outside receiver on a corner, and we're going to block our running back. Now, this is the most setups you're going to do out of any play. I don't like doing that. It takes too long and kind of obvious what's happening here. Ran a man play, and Golden's going to cook. You want your fastest receiver on the outside there. It's really difficult to guard. So setup 1 out of mesh spot is you can run this stock. Again, the mesh concept, it's going to get guys open underneath quickly. The one route that I did not talk about in our last video is this B route. It's a little hook route. It's the CPU does a really good job of defending it. Normally, users are the ones that leave it open, and it sits in this little pocket right here. So when people get to trying to user and take away your underneath routes, it's going to sit there and be there right there in the middle for an easy completion. Setup 2 is just you're going to put them on an in route, stem them up twice. All right, so setup 2 here at a mesh post is just going to be put the receiver on a deep in route, stem them up once, and you're going to see the reads, Golden. There's really not a whole lot else you need to do to mesh post. If you One other setup I may do is I may put him on a corner route and just stem him down. And all that's doing is just trying to clear out space here to hit this running back on his wheel, which he would have been opening his man. I just took the underneath route. Again, take what the defense is giving you. So I'll show one more time what this setup would look like. Uh, again, mesh post doesn't need a lot of setups. Quick wheel route, 5 yards. Let's look at the PA plays, right? So the PA plays are going to be better after we've ran the ball a couple times, but these PA plays are really good even without setting up the run first. So PA jailbreak screen, my favorite PA play out of this formation. And what we're going to do is I only like throwing this consistently when that slot corner is not pressed down because it scares me that they can jump the route. So if you see it, he shoots out, you let your blockers develop. We got 5-6 yards and we had terrible angle there. Let's run it again, give you another idea. Good blocks in front. You got a fast receiver with some jukes and it can be some big yards outside. And a lot of people aren't going to press you based off the other plays you've been running. They've been setting stuff up. So that's what makes it so good. And there they pressed and they actually shot down outside. And you're still able to complete it. It looks scary, but it's open. The play we're going to look at is PA slot cross. Again, random defense. And our setup here is drag the tight end, block the running back. And you're looking tight end underneath, but if they're going to give you kind of man cover zero, this crosser gets wide open because of the angle he takes. And you're also going to look at Bond, our number 7, our outside left receiver here, and watch how he gets open off his inward break. He's open too. He's just not as good a route because they're kind of close to each other. Let's look at this one more time. Drag, block tight end, running back, sorry. That's tight end. Now we got our deep crosser. 20-yard play. Again, it's really difficult because the user is going to actually show you who they're going to cover here. Let's say they try and take that away. We got our crosser again. Easy yards. I'm going to show you the run plays out of this. They're not the best runs in the game, but the PAs really feed off it. So it was inside zone. Don't hold speed boost coming out of your runs. It causes disengage quicker from the defense. So here, come down. We're getting 4 to 5 yards consistently before we're getting tackled. Squeeze there, little wiggles. The 0-1 trap the best. I love pulling guards. Again, especially against 4 D-line formation. Now watch this. Blue gets out. We got 10 yards, and that was almost a home run play there. Run it again. Getting 10 to 12 yards. Now, you're not going to get 10 to 12 yards every play, but it's really hard for this play to lose any yards because nobody's going to hit you in the backfield. The DT looks like he's going to get through quite a bit only because of the pulling guard, but it's going to create lanes for you. Now we're going to go into the last little part of the formation here is going to be zone fake jet, touch pass. And what we like to do out of this is I like to come out and preferably zone fake jet because I have jet touch pass in my audibles. I'll come out zone fake jet and I'm going to run this the first 2 or 3 times. And the goal isn't to get a home run. Usually I get pretty solid yards. It'll be 5 yards right here. The users usually, anytime they see that motion, because jet sweeps are so good, is people shoot over to the side that the motion player is running to. So that's what allows this run to be so effective. It freezes the linebackers at the second level. You can get some good blocks, and sometimes you can take these for touchdowns or huge plays. Now, after you've ran it a couple times, what happens is the user is going to sit in the middle. He's no longer going to chase the motion because you haven't shown him that you're going to run the jet touch pass yet. And that's when, after the 3rd or 4th time, now you hit the jet touch pass, and it's really easy. You're going to get big yards because now they're going to sit in the middle. They're not going to chase it out. CPU is really going to have to do a great job of blocking. And then here's the other thing, right? Is when you do this, you can cut this up in the middle like that. You're reading the safeties coming down, who they're going to take. Now here's a situation where actually I don't like the jet sweep, and I would actually stay with the run. Is the alignment was they had so many people out to the right that I didn't feel like the jet sweep would be good. Same thing here. This is a very symmetrical defensive formation, so we're probably just going to stick with the run. Follow your blocks, take your 5 yards. I'm going to show you when I will audible to a jet touch pass. Right here, this is great. I know this is going to be a man blitz, but the reason why is our running back's going to be a lead blocker. And if you look, the slot corner in this nickel formation is lined up to the left. So in doing that, is now I know I have numbers to the right. So we'll bring him over. Everybody picks up their blocks. Good effective run. The main play in this formation. We'll just go over this real quick because I didn't touch on it. Accidentally quick hiked it. Anytime you see a backed off corner and there's no supporting help close line of scrimmage, B's your throw. Quick hike it, throw it. He's always open. Always open. Free yards. Free yards. 10 to 15 yards, if not more. So right here, guys playing outside. Looks like some kind of cover 2 setup. So I'm not going to throw it to him. I'm going to look at X now. He's wide open underneath. And the reason why he's open so far underneath right now, on top of them not shading underneath, is this corner route right here by 0 is going to go up the field first. So this guy's in a hook curl, so that guy has to respect that route. It's not until he backs up 10, 12 yards where it's like, oh, now he's got to come down and play this. And it's too late. 8 to 10 yards. So let's just say, for example, I'm going to pretend they have X taken away. It looks like another cover 2. B's going to be taken away here. I'm going to look at the running back on this angle route. He's going to be the one that's open. He's going to be the open read. A on his tight end post is going to carry that linebacker there in the middle up or not because it was man. And the halfback angle route still won. So here's the look we're going to look. We're going to look at the running back here. And again, he comes up 5 yards. So this is stock, and you see we've hit all 3 routes. Now, here's where I like. This is probably my favorite adjustment in the formation. Is I like keeping that speed route out there. Is I'm gonna streak this tight slot receiver here on the left, and then we're gonna post our tight end. So now I still have my quick read to the right, my underneath to the left. And for the sake of this, I'm going to show you what happens where A is going to get into a soft spot against the zone here. Even against man, I'll just click on. But we want to show it against a zone look. Is unless the user goes and takes that away, you'll have other things open. But if you just give him time, he's going to get in that soft spot. People aren't putting their zone hook zones at 15 yards. And the Y is going to stretch the safety deep, so the safety is not going to play that at all. One more time, take a look at it here. Boom, boom, boom. Kind of got lucky. I don't know what the corner was doing on his coverage, why he dumbed out like that. See if I can get one more. Didn't block the halfback, but that's the throw right there to the tight end. Very easy. And like I said, this is, you can make this hot route out of any play, actually. But I just like it out of this because the stock return route from X, the quick out from B, and the underneath running back route, they're all great routes to not only hit quick, but if you need to hit one intermediate, it's there as well. You can flip this route combination here by putting the tight end on the streak now. Y on the post. I like to stem him down one since his post route is running more up the field. Block our running back for time. And now we're going to look at our reads. Still have the quick out. We have the return route. And if we can get this post route open here, he's going to come across the field for a big play. So that's The stock play, we showed you setup 1, streak Y, post tight end. That's setup 1. You want to do setup 2, you'll streak the tight end, post Y, stem him down once. So now you're flipping, right? You're attacking deep both sides of the field. The final play that we're going to go over is going to be halfback slip screen. I don't run the slip screens a lot. I feel like the screens in this game are really hard. Running backs run to the lineman quite a bit, or the defensive guys muddy it up. You can throw it in here. Again, good mix up. It's just something to keep off their toes. And if you look here, we can roll out of the pocket. We can get around the edge, and now you can scramble, despite it being a pulling screenplay. Also, the screen is open. You start to run, you throw it back, 3 yards. We'll do it one more time, just kind of show you the consistency. The quarterback scramble thing is not consistent. Right here looks like it's going to work. Get about 15 yards. So we went over 12 plays here. We went over jet, touch, pass, zone, fake, jet. That's our 2 motion plays. You have 2 run plays in 0-1 trap and inside zone. You have 2 RPO bubble plays. You have 2 play action plays, jailbreak screen, and PA slot cross. And then you have our 4 pass plays with mesh spot, red zone scissors, flood, and tight end corner. 12 plays. This has been the deep dive Arizona Wildcats tight Y off. If you like this content, you want to see more formation scheme breakdowns here and how to run it, like, comment below, subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you want to see next.